Hello, everybody. Welcome to another edition of the MakeCode Arcade Advanced stream. I'm Richard. Richard on the MakeCode Forum.
I'm Joey at JWandrel on the MakeCode Forum.
And I'm Thomas, nice folks on the MakeCode Forum.
And today we are going to be working on our Pikmin game. But first, I wanted to demo something that I have been working on. So let's switch over to the coding game. No, it's not this game where strawberries are coming out of a duck. I am just writing a random game so I can show it off. But let me briefly talk about the problem. So every once in a while, not every once in a while, fairly often, you'll be working on a project, and I think we've all had this happen. Something goes wrong with MakeCode, and you just lose your work, which is awful. We hate it. You know, obviously, it's not something that should happen. And so it's kind of tough to get into why this is such a hard thing to fix. But just trust me when I say that it is kind of just a really hard thing to fix with how MakeCode exists. Yeah. So I was making I wanted to, like, we were thinking about ways we could fix this without having to go through and just like rewrite MakeCode from the ground up, which would be really hard. And so instead, what I've been working on is a feature I like to call Time Machine, separate from Time Machine for Macs, so maybe name inspiration. And I'm going to show you off a demo of that real quick. So this is in a unreleased version of the editor, and I'm going to go ahead and open this up. And look, we have turn back time. I'm going to open that up. And let me actually get rid of our camera for a second. There we go. So we have a timeline here from past and present. We have this editor running, and it is freaking out a little bit. Let me make this program a little bit less intense, or I'll just do that by going back in time. So as every single time I make a change in my project, a version of it is now saved inside the project. So I can go back in time, just step by step. You can see me put in every single block that's in this program, and then get back to, whatever the earliest version of this program was when I opened it up. So yeah, anyway, look forward to that. It's coming, Time Machine. And hopefully this will fix a lot of the problems that are associated with, losing projects. One other thing that I'll mention is this UI is not final at all. This is just my little test UI, basically. Our UI designer is working on it, and it'll hopefully look a lot better. So anyway, there you go. There's that. There's the pull request. All right, on to our Pikmin game. So if you haven't been watching, we are working on a game called Bug President. Joey knows this was the first game that I really wanted to make inside of MakeCode Arcade. I guess non-trivial game that I really wanted to make inside of MakeCode Arcade. But it's basically a Pikmin game, but 2D, right? So here's Bug President walking around, and you can throw these little bugs, throw, to go ahead and do tasks. So right now, there you go, I'm just throwing a bunch around. See my number of bugs going is like going down, and I can call them back. Not these guys, though.
These guys are little friends. They're just fighting.
These guys are just a little bit too, into what they're doing right now. But anyway, we're going to fix that in a second. So we have a bunch of different tasks that can be done by bugs. We have things they can carry, things they can transport, and this is a wall that they're supposed to be trying to break down. So we're going to go ahead and do that. All right, we had a question from the chat. Quick question. If TileMap API is never touched, no sprite will check for TileMap stuff, right? I assume you mean that they won't check for collisions and all of that stuff. And the answer is yes. If there's no TileMap, they're not going to do that. So, or overlaps or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I assume you're asking that for perf reasons. Should be fine.
Yeah. There's a big, if you go to physics.ts, there should be a big if TM check around all the TileMap stuff.
Yeah. All right. Now let's get back to our code. So we have this assign to wall task function, and we're doing some stuff. We store the task, we set it to ghost, we set this animation to start playing. And let's fix that one bug that we had right there, which was when you throw these guys at the wall, we can't call them back. So I think the reason that's happening is because we have some code in here somewhere for calling bugs. Needs a different on-game update right here. I think this is actually working. It's just
Change the kind, right?
no. We are
Or a
already
busy
doing
bug?
kinds
Okay.
of busy bug, right?
Yeah.
I think. Yeah, busy bug right there.
Gotcha. Yeah.
We need to
There's the-
cancel the animation. Sorry, what were we gonna say?
I was gonna ask if the looping animation is interrupting.
Yep, that's exactly it. You know what, Joey? I interrupted him, but can you go ahead and give a gold star to Thomas?
Oh, thanks.
Dude, since you interrupted him, does that mean he gets 2?
No.
Okay.
I can't. It devalues gold stars if I just hand them out. You know.
Yeah.
All over the place. So.
You get
All right.
city, star, city, just so you know.
There we go.
Oh.
We're gonna go ahead and cancel animation now, and they go ahead and run back to us. That's cool. Man, I love this little bug guy so much. I know I shouldn't be complimenting my own thing that I made, but I love him. He's so cute. I do think we need to do something about his legs just going into walls and stuff, though. So we might figure that out later. But not right now. All right. So, with that, oh, cat. Sorry, switching to camera view for a second. Cat.
Yeah, I got my very fluffy kitty. One of them.
So, with that, we can call them back now, but they're not actually doing anything. So I think we created 2 variables for this last time. Yeah, here we go. Bug attack damage and wall durability. So the idea is every bug that we have that is currently trying to break down a wall, we are going to, Unsigned Arduino says the cat is more entertaining than Richard's coding, not even going to deny it. So every frame that these bugs are assigned to this wall breaking down, we're going to go ahead and just remove durability equal to whatever this bug attack damage is. So 0.1. And 0.1 might be too high. I have no real clue. We're going to do this and we'll see how fast it gets done. And then, yeah. All right. So first, let me make sure I'm actually putting this durability on the thing. Let me do a dare real quick. Now, outside of this on tile map loaded, we're creating our wall somewhere. Here we go. Yeah, okay, so we're setting this value durability, but we didn't put in the actual variable here yet. So let's go ahead and do that. Like that. All right. And now let's actually do the breaking. So for that, we're going to go ahead and do this inside of an on-game update. I think this is the on-game update where we're already doing like placement and stuff. Yeah. So we're going to do this, copy this for of loop, but change it to be walls. And for this, we are going to change that durability number. So let's go ahead and pull that out. Going to go into sprite, not sprite details, just regular sprites. Grab that change by number right here. Choose durability from the list. And the number we want to change it by is we want to get the number of sprites that are assigned to this task. So we're going to go ahead and just do. There you go. Get bugs assigned to task. Put this inside of length. And then multiply this by whatever our attack damage is. Oh, and we have to negate it too. Subtract it. Okay, so we're going to multiply this length times get bugs assigned to task, and we want this to be value 4 like that. And then for this 0, we're going to go ahead and replace that with whatever our bug attack damage is. All right. And if that durability is 0 or less than or equal to 0, data as number. There it is. Value for durability. Then we're going to go ahead and destroy this thing. So let's go ahead and make a function for this. We'll call it destroy wall. I'm going to take in a sprite, which is said wall. And because I am running out of quarters, we're going to call this right now before we forget. How many quarters do I have?
Let's check. I think it was 98.
Yeah, I was gonna say 98, almost 100.
To $25.
It is. I believe in you. You'll make it someday.
Yeah. Sticking with 2450. All right. Okay, so we're going to destroy this wall. So when we destroy the wall, what I'm thinking is we want to destroy all of the, we probably want to keep these posts here, right? And then just destroy everything in the middle. So let's do that. We're going to, first, we might as well destroy our wall sprite. So we'll do that right now. We also have to unassign all of the bugs who are currently working on this task. So let's do a for of, get those bugs assigned to this task. And call our unassigned bug function. That. And now we're going to destroy those things. So you might not remember this because it happened last stream, but we are creating a sprite, and it is on this left post here. We also have vertical walls, and those ones are on the top post. So it's either going to be on the left post or the top post. So let's start with the left post scenario. And what we're going to do is check that tile. So let's go ahead and do inside of scene, tile at location, and then grab the location of our sprite. And if it's the left post, that means we want to move to the right. And I guess we want to, do we have a temp location already? We do, yay. All right, set temp location like that. These are right here. And what we're going to do is we're going to do a while loop. And we're going to do a while not. And look for the right post. And then inside here, we're going to say, did that just freeze my program?
I guess that kind of makes sense.
And it's just gonna be an infinite while loop, right? Because you're not moving temp location.
I know it should, if this code was running, but this code should not be running.
Oh,
Real quick.
oh,
So for wall, change durability by number 0 minus bug attack damage times length of the array, call bugs assigned to task. There are no bugs assigned to task. This should be 0. If durability is less than or equal to 0, call destroy wall. And
so it's 0 minus 0, so 0.
It's change by is what we're doing here.
Change by. Gotcha.
array of sprites of kind no? Is that intentional?
Array of sprites of kind what?
Oh no, sorry, it's wall. That said no.
All right, well, let's go ahead and fix this function and then we'll try and figure out what's happening.
M993 said Richard, it said if false. I don't know if that, I'm not sure what that's.
Yeah, I think it was
talking
referring to
about.
this if statement right here,
Oh, okay.
right? Okay. So we're gonna check to see if it's this. If it's this, we're gonna set it to be the transparent tile. So go ahead and set that tile like that. And then we are going to go ahead and do set temp location to be inside of scene. There is a location in direction of this guy right here, tile map location, left of location. Put that right there. Make this our temp location. Whoops. And make this right. And there we go. And our wall is immediately destroyed. So how did that happen, I wonder? I guess we have to go back to our on tile map. Oh, I know what's happening. I'm just going to take this set tile map too, and I'm going to put it at the bottom. Okay.
Gotcha.
So what was happening there? We were calling set tile map 2, and it was calling our on tile map loaded, which was setting the durability of our sprites. And we were creating the variable wall durability after that code was running. So numbers default to 0, so we were setting the durability to be 0.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, good idea to put this at the bottom. Okay, sorry, I have to check on a cat. I'll be right back. All right, AutoZone was just really like rubbing up against a box for some reason, very aggressively, and I was like, "Is something wrong? Is something there?" And no, he's just being weird. Yep, AutoZone the cat. All right. So with that, let's go ahead and see how long it takes us to destroy this wall. Throw. Let him go. There you go. That did not take very long at all. Probably want to decrease that damage. All right, but anyway, the other thing we have to do that we're not doing right now is this is still a wall, so I still can't walk through it. So we want to go ahead and do that. Also, we want to end that animation that was playing once the wall goes down, which we're not currently doing. Okay. Let's see, where is that function I was just working on? Yeah, collapse this guy.
Let's see, from Unsigned Arduino, we love cats here at Makeup. Sure, yeah. And you'll add a progress bar, right? I mean, Pikmin does not have a progress bar. It kind of shows like gradual degradation, like
it does. Pikmin does show you like it goes down a bit and then it goes down more and then it goes down again. Like they do indicate progress.
Yeah. Like gradually breaking it, right? But not like a full bar. Not.
Yeah. It'll be more work to gradually break it though.
Sure.
It's yeah, I don't know how to feel about that just yet. Maybe we do the extra work and make it so we gradually break it. That might be fun. Unsigned Arduino says, but more work for Richard is good. More streams. True.
I think it's the same number of streams. The same number of streams, right? Because we're just gonna.
Oh, we're working on this game till the end of time. Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So anyway, we're setting the tile to be transparent there. Let's go ahead and clear the wall too. There goes set wall off. Temp location. And nice. And yeah, I like the idea of just watching this break down. So let's do that. We're going to go to our tile map. And we're going to make some more tiles. Oh, man. The one thing I do hate about this is we're going to have so many tiles now. So let me go ahead and clone this guy.
I think as a heads up, do we use the tile when we're checking when a bug hits a wall if it's of this tile type? We're gonna have to add. Okay, I mean, I guess that's fine. We'll just have to add
Do we
all of
still have
these
that
new
tile
tiles
cover
to.
thing? Yeah.
Hmm?
Do we still have that tile cover thing?
Yeah, we do. That's what we're gonna use.
Okay. So we don't have to like redo the whole, or re-add this to all of the different checks and stuff.
Yeah, no worries. Okay, so in order to use cover tile, we do have to make this not transparent. So go ahead and do that. But we're gonna just get rid of one of these bars like this. Oh, did I use the right background color? No, I did not. This one. Cool. All right, do the same thing over here. Same thing over here. And now we just have to do this. Yeah, we'll keep doing it. I was like, should we bail and just make a sprite for this at this point? But nah, we'll do it this way. As annoying as it is. And now we need to do two more, which is just going to be the left and right with no. Thanks. We don't need to do the center, obviously, because that's just nothing.
Ooh, from Clipnote Clarinet, looks like their first time chatting. I'm actually in the middle of making a Five Nights at Freddy's 2D game with tile sheets and make code. Cool. I think we've seen some 3D games, 3D raycasting games with Friday Night at Freddy's on the forum.
Friday Night at Freddy's is a very popular, I think, game subject, you know? But what's cool is we've seen so many different takes on it. Like we've seen a lot that have been like actual Friday Night at Freddy's. Then we have some that are like, you know, platformer or other horror type games that are just trying to have the characters and stuff.
Yeah, in the Frediverse, is that the commonly used term? I'm just guessing.
All right, it's too close to Fediverse, which makes me think of open source social media protocols, which is
that's true. Different, legally distinct.
Yeah. All right.
But cool. Let us know how it turns out. We'd love to see them all. If you run into any problems, post them on the forum too.
Yeah. Okay. So what are we going to do now? We need to go ahead and actually destroy this wall. So for that, we are going to be using, I guess what we're going to do is we'll make another function for this. Update wall. And this is going to take in a sprite, which is our wall. Like that. And because it's going to be getting a little bit complicated, I'm just going to move this stuff into here. Like that. And we're just going to call this function up here so that we're not doing everything inside of this giant on-game update that we've got going. All right. So if our durability is not less than or equal to 0, then what we're going to do is check to see, is our durability less than, okay, so we have 3 different states, right? So we have completely filled, then we have missing top bar. Oh, we have 4. So we have completely filled, missing top bar, missing second bar, and then missing third bar. But the missing third bar is just for when it's fully destroyed. So I guess we only have 3 states that we're concerned about when we are doing actually still like breaking it. So for that, what we're going to do is if wall durability is less than, and then we have this wall durability variable. And we're going to divide that by 3. And then for this one, we're going to say, is it less than wall 2 times the wall durability divided by 3?
Working on Synthesia and Make Code Arcade for the songs. Synthesia. Do you guys know a fix on the game stuck on the loading screen on Make Code Arcade? I mean, we would have to see the game, but a loading screen would typically be part of the game itself. So we'd have, I mean, it could just be pressing A.
Yeah, you should share your code.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is good. We need to go ahead and set this in. I don't know if we actually want to do this every frame, but we'll do it for now. So for this, we're going to see, I'm actually going to grab that code we had inside of our destroy wall function. This part.
Would you like to see a Google Drive image of it? The easiest way would be if you see in the top right corner of the screen, there's the 3 dots with lines in between them. That'll just create a share link. If it's too big for a share link, which is possible, but a little uncommon, then we can find another way to distribute it.
Or post it on the forum. Actually, that's probably the best way for us to help you out with it. So you post it on the forum and tag me or Joey at Richard or at JWonderl. We'll help you.
Yeah, that way everybody else can see it and get help from it too, which is nice.
All right, so we're taking our temp location, seeing is this the left post? If it is, then we're doing the same loop that we had before. But what we're going to do is we have inside of this if statement, instead of setting it to be transparency, we're going to check, is it the left post, is it the middle post, or is it the right post? Actually, this code will never run, so just go ahead with this. Well, whatever. And we're going to set, not set, we want to, as Thomas mentioned, we don't actually want to set whatever the tile is because that will make it so that when we are doing all of our logic for assigning bugs to the task when they get thrown and stuff, that stuff won't work anymore. So instead we're going to use cover in tile util. And what this does is it lets you cover the tile with another one so it looks like that tile, but all of the other stuff still runs properly. Cover this with that. And then finally, we want to, at the end here, cover it with that. And now we're going to duplicate this. And I'm just going to take this temp location part, move it out here. Put it in here. And we're doing the same thing, but we're going to be using the 2 image. This one. All right. Let's watch what happens. Bam. Bam. Oh, okay. It did clear it, but because we covered up the tiles, you can still see that. So what we're going to do is inside of our destroy wall function, where's that? We can probably get rid of this destroy wall function, just stick it inside of this update wall, but whatever. Inside here, where we're doing this set transparent at, we're also going to do cover temp location with transparency. Like that. Which should clear our
covering thing. Yeah.
That should clear our cover. But we also want to, so right now these are still the wall tiles, these left and right ones. So instead, we're going to go ahead and just destroy those. We're going to, well, not destroy them, but we're just going to actually set the tiles on those two. So that we don't get any more events or anything with them, because, you know, there's nothing left to do at this point. So set it to be this left one, and then at the end here, set it to be this right one. And cover those both with transparency also. All right, let's try this again. All right. Throw. Bam, bam, gone. And we can go ahead and head through here. All right, beautiful. So that's working.
Don't tell the Scratch. We won't make any comments about our opinions, but we like working on this because we like working on this.
We like Scratch too. All right. Okay.
Big family.
So that's working, but there is something that we are still not doing here. All right, so we have our walls getting cleared now, which is nice. We do need to do the vertical version of the wall, but I'm not going to worry about that yet. We'll do that later. But let's say, and let me go ahead. We're going to make a tile map to test this out, actually. So let's go to our test tile map. Right here, going to go ahead and erase all of this. So we're going to leave our home base over here, and let me actually simplify this so that I have lots of space. So we still haven't done camera stuff. What we're going to do is test out making a shortcut. So actually, let me move this home base up here. And we're going to go ahead and do this. And then we're going to do I need to make this as long as possible, basically.
President fit through those gaps?
What?
Will bug
Yeah,
president...
it's actually, it can fit through any gap. It'll just look a little funny.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Bug president cannot fit through these gaps, though. Actually, I'm realizing now. Okay, we'll have to. Hopefully this will be enough. All right. So anyway, the idea with this is we're going to go ahead and put a treasure over here. When we break down, and we're going to make this a wall. All right. So let's say this treasure is being carried back. All right. And then suddenly this wall gets broken down. We want our bugs to realize, oh, hey, there's a way faster way to go now. And go that way. Mm-hmm. So they will drop the path that they're following and instead use this other path. And here we'll sorry, that'll make this way easier. So we'll put our home base right here. And then they can, you know, it'll be pretty obvious that this is the faster path. All right. So go ahead and do that. And this tile map might end up looking a little weird. Let's see. Yeah, that's fine. Our tile map kind of assumes that the walls are at least 2 tiles thick, which is why that, but honestly, this still looks fine. So I'm okay with it. All right. So as I mentioned before, we can assign bugs to this task of carrying this strawberry by throwing it at them. And once we get 8 on there, they're going to go ahead and carry it back. So go and carry that over. And because we use Joey's wonderful A-star extension, they'll figure out whatever the optimal path is and run this over. Yeah, Joey's so embarrassed. All right. And right. So we can't actually walk through this thing because it's too narrow, but it's fine for testing purposes. Mm-hmm. Or you know what? Actually, we'll make it.
You can ghostify the sides, I guess.
Yeah, I guess there's no real reason for us to
Because you did, I think you did ghost on the middle, but not the sides of that. I remember.
You changed the tiles, but I guess we didn't remove the wall.
Yeah, so we should remove the wall on that.
No, remove the wall is the correct term. I was saying ghostify. That's probably not quite right.
Yeah, it's close enough.
Also, I think your testing might be easier if you use grapes rather than a treasure. So you've got a
Ooh,
continuous
great.
stream of bugs. But just a
We're gonna
thought.
have to do both separately. So we're gonna have to do both of them. So for
Oh.
now we'll do this, and then we will also do the other.
What's the cheapest console on Amazon for MakeCode Arcade?
Huh.
I used to recall that being Meowbit, but I think, I mean, there have been like 5 that have come out since then. Meowbit's probably still cheap. You might also look at PieBadge. I've seen it inconsistently on stock on Adafruit.com, whatever Adafruit's website is. But that one was relatively cheap and also somewhat higher powered for what it is. That's the one that looks like. Which one's on PieBadge? This one's PieBadge.
One thing to note is Adafruit's. I love Adafruit, but their shipping is kind of a lot.
Oh yeah, was it like $100 to get free or something like that?
I don't know. And if you're not inside the US, Adafruit is also tougher to do.
Yeah, it's hard to do anything like that when you're not at ginormous scale.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, with that, let's go ahead and test this out. So we're going to go into our, or not test it out, actually write the code. So inside of our destroy wall function, right here, we want to, after we've cleared all of these things and cleared all of our walls, and let's go ahead and also do the thing that we talked about right now. We're going to turn wall off on the posts also, because, you know, there's no real reason for us to leave walls on. It might look a little funny, but it's fine. So after we've done that, we want to recalculate all of our paths. And the way we're going to do that is by looping over. Right now we're doing our food task. So we're just going to do food first, and then we'll do the other one. So array of sprites of kind, where you at? Make this food. And I guess let's calculate, we need to calculate a new path. So we're going to go to our on sprite of kind food. That's not what I want. Let's see, I think there is assign to carry task. Here we go.
What's this one called again? Oh, Game Go.
All right, and I want to copy this guy. All right. So first we need to check if this thing's actually being carried. And the way we can do that is by getting the bugs assigned to task and seeing if it's greater than or equal to our whatever the weight of the task is. And this is complaining because we are using this task thing that doesn't exist here. So we have to use this value instead. And then we don't have to set ghost. It's already a ghost. All right. And well, that should do it. So what are we going to do? How are we going to do this? Well, let's head on over to our strawberry. And what I'm going to try to do here is also bug president seems to be on top of the number display. Let's remember that for later.
It's kind of cute.
Nah. All right. So we're going to throw these guys to start breaking down the thing. And now, there we go, carry. And yeah, okay. I don't know if you saw that, but it worked. They started going in the other direction for a second, and then they swapped on over. One thing, this animation's not ending for these guys. That was weird.
They're just so excited that they broke the wall. It's great. It's actually a good thing.
Really. But I was able to call them. Huh. We'll worry about it later. All right, so that worked. Okay, let's do the other one now. Head on back over to our tile map. Put the grapes. G is for grapes. Okay, now this one's a little bit more complicated. So we want to loop over every sprite of kind Busybug. And then inside here, we want to see, are they carrying a grape? And I believe we have a Boolean on them that's like carrying grape. So data as Boolean, value, holding grape. And then we're going to go ahead and do that. All right, so that's the one case. If they are holding a grape, which is good. We need to also handle the case where they are heading back to home base. Not heading back to home base. They are heading back to the grapes after they have picked up the thing, right? All right, so we don't store that on the thing, right? We're just gonna have to.
I'm wondering if you could basically just check any busybug that's assigned to a grape task. You want to redo the path to. Can you get the destination of a path? I guess not.
No, but we can grab the task that they're assigned to and check the kind. So we'll do that. Basically.
If you grab the last location from the path, because the path is just an array, right?
We don't store the path though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So we get this data as sprite from our value. We're going to do task. We want to get the kind of that. Like that. And we want to compare that to, this is what you were saying, right, Thomas?
Yeah, pretty much.
All right, so if they are not holding a grape, but they are assigned to the grapes task, then we want to do this tile map location of value and then the tile map location of whatever their task is. All right, well, this is more annoying to tasks, but here, you work on that bug.
Yeah, get there.
Can I beat him?
That one bug. Just gonna make it happen.
For some reason, the frame rate that I'm getting over the Teams call has it standing exactly still, and I see it moving on my other screen right next to it, and it's freaking me out a little.
Yeah.
It's like exact perfect timing.
Okay. That worked.
It looked very smooth. The ones that were far enough along that they stayed course, and the ones that turned back.
Yeah, that's great. I actually love that we got to see some keep going and some turn back. That's awesome. Okay, we want to do the other case now. So we're going to have these guys start carrying grapes. There we go. Have that guy going. And we're going to start breaking down this wall. There we go. Perfect. That was perfect. All right. I love how smart our little bugs are.
Oh, it's a nice little bug.
Yeah. Good job, bug. Okay. Beautiful. All right. Well, I think, I guess, so the last thing is we have to do the other types of walls. So let's just do that as fast as we can. So we have the vertical walls also. The code for that is going to look pretty much exactly the same. We're just going to be checking the other versions of the tiles. So let's go in here and put in a test wall. So here, it doesn't actually matter what our tile map looks like anymore. So I'm just going to do this. Like that. I feel like it's kind of a weird perspective when you see these ones, so I don't like them as much. The horizontal ones work better. All right, got it over here. And I'm going to try and do this as quickly as possible because I know we have some things to check out in chat, right? How many things do we have to check out in chat?
Just one. How do you share MakeCode games on the website? So we control that by ourselves. Teachers don't really like people kids being able to share potentially sensitive information. So currently it's all up to us. But if you share them onto the forum, if you create a share link and post them onto the forum and you say maybe we should
Do you mean how do you create a share link, or do you just mean how do you send your share link to other people?
I think Joey's talking about how do you get yourself onto the home screen.
Yeah, I'm assuming that because we had mentioned how to create a share link in the first place. Share link to other people. Oh, that's easier
Okay.
then. So that is one that we were talking about earlier. If you in like 2 seconds when Richard's done editing this, I'll point it out.
So. All right, so to do a share link, you see this little share symbol up here. It's these 3 dots. So you just go ahead and click that. You will have the chance to, you can record a thumbnail if you want. So you can open this and record a little GIF of you playing your game. Stop recording. And you see I got this little GIF. Click apply. And now if I click this share project, I'm going to get this link. And you can give this link to anybody. And then they can play your game. So that's all there is to it.
If you're logged in, you'll see the little checkbox there. This special S link will update whenever you update it.
That's true. Yes. So if you're logged in and you share your game again, everyone who already has your link will get the new version of the game. Sniffy. All right. I'm going to go ahead now and do the other case. So we have to check the top tile, which is this one right here. And then change this to be the bottom tile. Make this the top. Make this like this. Which one? This one. Get this, which is the, oh my gosh. Okay, what am I looking for? This one. And then I want this one. And I want this one. Beautiful. All right, and now I want to copy this over and do it for the 2 instead. So we're just going to change this to be the 2 version, just that one, that one, that one. And we need to do, we're doing tile map location right now. We want to do tile map location bottom. Just like that. And now all we have left is the destroy code, which is going to look remarkably similar. Choose this to be the down one. That one. This the bottom one. There it is. That, and then once again, we have to make this bottom instead, top. All right, let's try this out. Going to go down here. Joey is amused by the legs shooting over. And there we go.
Really nice, yeah. Oh, there you go.
By the way, I figured out how to reproduce this bug.
Oh.
Whoa.
Do you just like start moving while the legs are shooting back towards you, or?
Yes.
It
Nice.
just overshoots you?
Yeah, I think that's what's happening. I don't actually know exactly what's causing it, but you can reproduce it that way.
Yeah. I don't know what's causing it either, but I love it.
All right. Anyway, we have a thing to check out. So we have an extension written by Ham993. Did you guys look at this before I open it up?
I did, yeah.
That would seem fine.
Okay. All right. Yes. So I remember seeing this posted to the forum, actually. So let's just go ahead and look at the code of this. They have made an extension here, which has a bunch of useful blocks. I think one of them comes from the Sprite util extension. So you go extra Sprite blocks. So we have a distance between my sprite and my enemy. It's nice. We have this set gravity for with strength. We have the make jump by 34 pixels. We have a teleport to X and Y. And then we have an attach my sprite to other sprite with offset X, offset Y. There's some useful blocks. Let's look at the code. All right. So let's see. Okay. Yep, teleport looks exactly like I thought it would be. jump is doing sprite.vy equals negative pixels. So this actually won't get you what you want, I think. So if you want to jump and jump by a certain amount of height, there's an equation for doing that, right? So it is.
I have the block and sprite utils, don't I? You can.
Maybe, yeah. But there's an equation for doing this, which is, I'll just write it out for you now. You want to set the velocity to be negative math dot square root of 2 times gravity times pixels. And this will give you the velocity you need in order to, with the current gravity, make it so that it actually jumps that high. So instead of gravity here, by the way, I would just do sprite.ay. And you might have to, I guess that's always going to be positive for most situations. But if it is negative, you might have to negate that because square root doesn't like negative numbers. So yeah, so that'll give you the right velocity there. Yep, so that looks good. Setting the gravity. And then distance between, yep, that looks good. Very cool. One other thing I mentioned, so you're doing this attach right here, which is setting the sprite.x and sprite.y to be other sprite x.x minus offset x, other sprite y times minus offset y. So that's a good way to do it. But one thing you need to do is, so this will work for the first frame that they're attached. But if you want them to keep being attached, you're going to have to use something like game.onUpdate. And then put this inside of that. And that way, every single time game update runs, it will run this code again, and they'll stay attached.
Did I see the positions declared at the top? We add those to sprite utils, right? We
positions right here.
Position class.
Yes, there is a position class in sprite util. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Well, anyway, very cool. Keep working on it. Looks like a very useful extension. And I think with that, we are just about out of time. Oh, we have a question from Unsigned Arduino. Why are songs so slow even when the FPS is greater than 100? You mean that the songs are playing slow in the simulator? Can you give me a program? Give me a program that reproduces it, and I will happily debug it for you. Yeah, Unsigned Arduino, if you could post that to the forum, I'll go ahead and take a look. It should be okay. Antonio says, I made an issue on GitHub, I think. Did you include a share link? Please include a share link if you haven't. All right, and thank you so much for watching. So we will be back on Wednesday. But let me go ahead and remind everybody that next Monday is Labor Day. So we actually will not be doing stream, but it's also the first day of our mini game jam, which we probably need to choose a theme for. We still have not done that. So there's going to be another mini game jam. We do them on the first Monday of every month. It's going to last for 2 weeks. And like I said, we are planning on doing game jams on a more regular basis now that we have started them up again. So I'm going to be trying to do 2 a year. So you can expect the next big game jam to be happening in some time in winter. You know, I don't have an exact date for you. I want to make sure that whatever time we choose, like, I don't know if it's actually better to be during holidays or worse to be during holidays. There's like some debate there, you know?
Yeah, maybe we split it exactly half. So it's like half in holidays and half out of holidays.
Yeah. Q Phoenix says mini game jam theme hint. We have not come up with it yet. Maybe ask us on Wednesday, okay? We'll come up with it then, but we don't actually know what the theme is yet.
The hint is null.
There you go. It's my last name. All right. I am Richard Richard on the MakeCode forum.
I'm Joey at JWondrill on the MakeCode forum.
I'm Thomas at Sparks on the MakeCode forum.
And we will see you later. Bye.